All right, welcome back. Beach House Remodel 2020. The adventure continues. The adventure this week is, well, Ann was staying down here. She spent the week here, did a lot of work in the house, and just enjoyed the place. Sometime in the middle of the night, a couple of nights ago, before I got here, this fine cabinet decided just to fall off the wall.
Okay, it's 3:38 in the morning, and I just got woken up by a big crash. And I came out here to find this, which for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what it was for a second. And it turns out to be the cupboard over here has fallen off the wall, which makes me very nervous about the other cupboards.
So, fell off the wall, broke the hinge, damaged the cabinet, fell across, broke the cabinet on the other side, and you can see where it broke some of the tile that's here, which isn't very good tile anyhow. So the cabinet was right here, and so we don't feel safe with anything else. And you can see when I wiggle this, it's not very secure either. This side of the cabinetry, the back side of what fell down, used to be the old under the stairs storage, where they have a door, you put mops, buckets, that kind of thing here. Now they tore that all out, turned it into a storage from another direction, which really doesn't work for us. We're going to probably do something new configuration with this in the future, but right now we're more concerned with the safety of the cabinets until we're ready to do a full-on kitchen remodel. And so this entire mess, you can see that it looks like most of the cabinet is held up by or barely held up. Now I need to take down this entire side of the kitchen and make sure that until we're ready to do the remodel that it's reattached properly to studs, and so things aren't going to be falling off the wall on us.
I don't know how this was fastened exactly.
The other side of the kitchen over here, I'm not as concerned about because, as you can see by this unfinished Lapse siding here, these kitchen cabinets on this side are screwed directly into the wood. But on this other side, it's not. It's into drywall, mostly drywall, and that's why that one cabinet fell out, because it's all drywall.
2 screws there. Oh my God, is that all?
So now I'm going to take these cabinets down, see what we can figure out. I'll see you again in a few minutes with my lovely assistant who's going to help me with the cabinetry.
So what'd you find?
Wow. I will tell you that I am glad that we said, okay, let's move this forward, because what we found is this big cabinet was held up with a single screw, and it was one I put in. The other one down here was in only to the backing, and there was no other screws holding this cabinet up. So I put this screw into this stud a few weeks back because it was so loose, just to help stabilize it. I had no idea that there was a single screw holding us through the backing, and what I put in was holding the whole cabinet up. Scary. There were no other screws. It's not like they missed the studs on this one. There just were no other screws in it. That was it. Around the corner, over here, this is kind of funny because obviously this was just a facade on this one. We took the facade out, and this other piece, when I moved the shelf, I realized it wasn't nailed in at all. So it just came right out of here, and none of this was really attached other than the facade had some staples into the back of the rounded shelf. So then you can also see the angle of this drywall in the back here, and that's a result of this stud it's one stud short, and so the drywall comes out to the distance it's supposed to, but we're about 1.5 inches short, or 1 3/8 short on this side, causing them to have an angled piece of drywall here, which causes this angle at the top. So this will all eventually come out and get fixed up, but what I'm really looking to do is just reattach the cabinet at this point, so we can use it safely again until we do the full-on remodel. So we need to continue using the kitchen for some period of time, which means that we're going to get this cabinet rehung properly and attached to the wall so it doesn't fall out this time. This one and this one. The one around the corner, yeah, we don't know. We'll take a look at it once we get this one back up and see what we're going to do with it. So let's get it back up.
All right, I just started weed whacking a little bit in the yard because it's really overgrown. There's places where I've started. I don't know if you can see that because I'm not using the gimbal. So this is where we're at. We got some tall grass. I'm starting to pile stuff up over there for yard debris because we don't have a compost yet. There's a lot of really natural, beautiful things here, but I got to cut down the crabgrass for sure. There's some cool other grasses that I like, but I don't know if I'll be able to spare them this time. We have this pretty cool ground cover over the septic drain field over there with got yellow flowers. I don't know what that is. So as you can tell, I've just done a little bit here, trying to clean this up. It's a beautiful day, Sunday morning, or Sunday around noon, I think by now. And then this area is just super, super thick. It's going to be hard work. And there's a little path here, I think, where their dogs come through. Probably check out the neighborhood. Hopefully I won't find too much poop back here. There's also a lot of beautiful, like, I can't think what they're called, daylilies, I think, in here. And then I got to take care of taking down the part of this honeysuckle that got cut off at the root, so we got to clear that up. That'll actually look a lot better. Then we can clean up that barrier and decide what we're going to do with it. I'm guessing the yard's a little overgrown. We have deer in our yard.
Just a little overgrown.
Oh, that's so cool. If there's two, are they both does?
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
She's like, bro.
Hi.
Her tail wags.
It's okay. You can eat here. It's not bothering us.
Please eat here, actually.
Yeah, feel free to go into the backpack. I did want to show you this beautiful azalea that came into bloom. One of the challenges with this yard is figuring out what we all have, but also there's a lot of like bulbs and things that have never been cut back after they bloomed. So you end up with this like 2 foot high or 3 foot high where things are, the bulbs have grown and they died down and then grown again and died down. And so this fall I'm going to be fixing that up a bit. We brought the mower down here this weekend. It was way past due. And we did mow a couple areas and worked on the back. The back was really challenging. I'm going to show you Mom's. So I got this area kind of mowed, so it looks a little better here. Still have some more yard and like get bed cleanup to do. I think Mom's ultimately going to do something different and not have grass in the front. It's really weedy. This grass hasn't been attended to in a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the back where we did some work. So the front's starting to look a little better. I've been slowly cleaning out this bed. I still got to figure out some things, but we got this mowed down. I didn't get a chance to weed whack along the raised bed here, which I wanted to do, but things are starting to come in. This has got this is a snowball tree that's starting to come in. We've got these, I believe these are purple columbines that are nice. Randy told me what this was today and I already forgot. I took out a shrub. It was around here somewhere. I no longer remember where it was. I think it was right in here. I just cut it down. Oh yeah, there it is. Cut it way down. It was just too much. Did some weed whacking and some mowing back here. We have a beautiful purple rhodie coming in. And then we have a pink red one over here. This just started blooming today. Gorgeous. Really pretty. There's so many interesting plants in this place. It'll take me a long time to have them all named. So continuing on, I did do some mowing and weed whacking back here, so it's a little bit better. I started that last weekend, but then I didn't have enough string on the weed whacker, so I wasn't able to finish. Bruce came down and got that for me. So this got mowed. Got a huge pile of debris that we're going to take to the dump probably, because I don't think we're going to be able to compost all that. And then we were trying to work on it more over here today. It was just huge. We were struggling so much with the weed whacker and the lawnmower. We didn't get a finish. We have an electric lawnmower and electric weed whacker, but it's a little bit better. Hopefully we'll be down in 2 weeks and can tackle it more, but we've got to come up with a better plan for the grass. And then I took out the honeysuckle off of here, all the dead stuff that was here. It got whacked and one of the main trunks kind of got whacked. But that's okay because it exposes some of the pretty stuff underneath. That I'll come and clean up this bed a little bit more next time I'm here. Yeah, so it's coming along. Well, I've been on the phone for a couple hours and everybody's been working busy around here but me. So I thought I'd go around and see what everybody's been up to. So, what you been doing?
Oh, I've been busy.
Doing what?
Actually, while you were on the phone and doing other stuff, I was in putting a new door in the cottage, in the bathroom door. Other door, when you sit on the couch, Mom said, "Hey, you look at the door and you can actually see above the door in the bathroom." She's like, "That's not cool." So I couldn't fix it. And so I ended up going ahead and picking up a whole brand new pre-hung door. I pulled out the old one, put the new one in, trimmed it out inside and out. It looks pretty good. So I still need to clean up in there. That's what I was getting ready to go do. But after I did that, then I went into the dining room and I wrapped and trimmed out the sliding glass door. But also, Mia will take you through it, but she's been working on the wrap and trim for the window in her bedroom. So it's kind of new stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's learning so much, and every step of the way the house looks better and better. So yesterday, Mia came in here while you and I were working or doing our day jobs, and she spent her day here replacing every single outlet and every single switch in the entire cottage. And so we got rid of all this icky. Oh, that's not totally true. I told her not to do the bathroom because I need to put a GFI in there. But all the rest of them in the entire cottage have been replaced. We got rid of those old gross ones. We had ones where your plug-in wouldn't stay in, and then we had switches that were just nasty, you couldn't clean, and they flickered when you used them. So those are all been replaced, all brand new. It feels much, much better.
Yeah, and she said there were dead bugs in all the outlets.
Yeah, lots of dead bugs. So I think that was one of the things we did is had the house, debugified. I don't know.
We had it handled.
We had it handled. So they treated the entire house in. But when she went in and opened all her outlet, there was spiders and bugs in every single one.
Yeah. Anyway, and then the door.
And then the door, like I said, it's a bit of a mess over here, but nice brand new door, new trim. I still need to caulk all of the holes in the trim and caulk around the edges so it's ready for paint. But the door's ready for paint because it's just comes pre-primed. But much nicer. If you actually step inside, it gets really quiet, which is nice.
It is nice.
It's a bonus, and it doesn't even have the hole covered for the door handle yet, because I forgot to pick up the door handle. But this is going to be much nicer. I was going to put a flat wood one in that matches the bedroom doors, but I realized that the front door is this style, so it seemed that we wanted to keep similar styles next to each other. More consistent, it's a little nicer. You can also paint them. So yeah, that's it's looking pretty good. We need to prime in here. I think it'll feel way, way better, ready for Mom to finish her putting her decorative touches on her magic.
All right, I came back to have you tell me what you've been doing.
Oh. Is it recording? Square.
Yes.
Okay. Good job.
Ask me why she's asking me that.
Ta-da! It's a window now. It was not a window. Well, it was. But, anyhow, basically what was going on here originally is there was a casing of plywood, kind of just looked like this, but doubled around the whole thing. And then there was trim just slapped on there. And we took off the trim to reveal this nasty edge. And then we took off the casing to reveal a second layer of drywall around the entire room. And so then there was a big old patch, just a blank, empty, I don't know, here. And so I decided, instead of Dad's idea of slapping a giant piece of trim on it, as the previous owners had done, I was like, no, I'll just patch it. So we cut out the excess drywall here, and we patched it. I patched it.
So what's next?
We have to mud this so it blends in with the wall, and then we will build a real casing for the window and put some trim on it. And that will be our first step for fixing this room up.
What'd you do yesterday up here?
I replaced that outlet and that outlet. And that one exploded and almost killed me because I stuck a screwdriver in it. It sounds worse than it was. And then I replaced all of the outlets over in the cottage as well.
Go tell me about your idea for the purple room.
Oh.
The purple room. It'll always be known as the purple room because it's purple. Even when we paint it later, I think we'll still call it the purple room.
You can see here, this wall does not line up. Here, you stay here. Okay, so as you can see here, this wall is not level, equal, whatever, same distance away as this wall here.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're thinking about doing is bringing this back to here and having these two line up. And then down here, where the stair or it's like a slant of drywall, we're gonna bring that slant so it lines up with these walls instead of stopping short like that. And we are gonna bring this wall forward, like demolish the wall in the purple room and bring this wall out to be like whatever, flush. There we go. Flush with this wall, which will be flush with this wall, and this will just be one big long uniform thing instead of this. And that will open the purple room up about 2 feet on this whole wall.
Nice.
Yep.
Bruce is working on casing and trimming the slider. Of course, this room itself is so crooked, it's kind of hard to get it look even.
The most exciting part about this is the window or the door is the depth of it is exactly half a piece of trim. So we brought enough trim for just one piece for each, and we only needed half that.
Oh.
So now we just got a lot more trim.
Oh, cool.
Yet another busy week at the beach house. Come on in, let me show you what we did. In here, we didn't do much at all this weekend. What we did do is put in new base trim down here. It's pretty nice. It's a little thinner. You can see it's architecturally correct for this period of home. We just like it better. It looks a little slicker. We're going to finish replacing all the rest of the baseboards in here over time. But since we had to pull this off and do the drywall a couple weeks ago, I said, hey, if we're going to replace it, let's put the new trim in. So that's what we did here. That's about all we did in the living room. So come on in here. We had an unplanned project. I think you'll probably see some other videos interspersed here, but one of these cabinets here fell off the wall in the middle of the night earlier this week. And so we ended up having to switch up some of the projects we were going to do, work with resetting all these cabinets around here as well. And you may remember all this cabinet face, and let's just rip this all out. So we got a lot of work to do, but reinstalled these cabinets with some nice bolts into studs. Apparently they weren't before, so now they're safe. They're level for the time being until we remodel the kitchen, hopefully later this year. So hopefully come this fall, you'll see some real work going on in here. So that's what we did in here in this project. Now, in this other space, we also cased and trimmed the sliding glass door. Probably don't remember it. It was just ugly drywall, not cased, awful. So, but it's much nicer now with the casing and the trim on. Still need to caulk it and paint it. It's just ready for a bat. And then our daughter Mia came over here and she did replace these switches with the new Decoras. They're very, very nice, updated look in here. And so that's about it for downstairs. So let me take you upstairs and you can check out the window in her room. Mia and I cased this and trimmed this one out as well. And just like we did downstairs, we ended up having to do some drywall work up in here. It's not quite finished, but it's just needs some finish sanding and stuff to clean it up. But we wanted to get this on and case it out so it looks pretty good. But Mia's very happy with it. We need to, like I said, finish up the drywall a little bit and make it nice. And then the goal is a couple weeks from now we're going to come up and do a little bit more work in this room. Looking forward. She's really looking forward to that, and as am I. So that's that, and all the massive amount of yard work that Ann did this weekend is pretty much the last couple of days. So I will see you next time.